Hey everybody, we are at my turnaround point today and we're going to start heading back towards the boat launch. We're up in a little stream called Graves Run, and we didn't quite make it to the parking area, which is where Gunpowder Road crosses over Graves Run, and we didn't because the water level is fairly low. And that's exactly what I want to show you as we paddle out of here. So as Graves Run, a fairly vigorous stream, flows down and into Prettyboy Reservoir, everything downstream of the road, Gunpowder Road, everything downstream of that is considered Prettyboy Reservoir. So we technically are in the reservoir right now, even though we're actually in a shallow stream. So when the water level's up, we'd be in several feet of water and we could paddle right on out of here. Now, however, we are paddling over some very shallow areas, and as we get out further, you'll begin to see it's all just sort of muddy flats out in front of us. That is the result of decades of silt being washed down in this fairly vigorous stream. It flows out to where it gets flat, open, and slow. All the silt settles out of the water, and of course we have this creeping mud flat that goes further and further out. So as I paddled up here today, I saw that over the winter the water level must have been much lower, and this stream carved a channel through the silt, and it's a fairly deep channel, and I was able to paddle through that and get all the way back here. So once we get over this little bit of shallow, we'll get into that channel, and then we'll paddle back out into the main body of the reservoir. So let me flip you around. I'll give you a forward side view. And there's a couple spots through here. If I don't do it just right, we will bottom out. But I think we will be okay from here on out. So you can see we're out of the sand now, and the bottom looks more like clay. And that is very much what the channel is carved down into, is the harder clay. So all the silt has been washed out of it, but the original, clay ground that was underneath of it is still there. A lot of it is actually rock as well. So out here around the bend where the water was really carving it out, it looks like it's probably 6 or 8 feet deep through here. So again, the water was considerably lower over the winter. Directly to our right, it's deep enough, but we're gonna follow the S turn of the channel. It's definitely deep enough now that I can't see the bottom anymore. We're probably in more than 15 feet of water, so again, the water was considerably lower. It does actually make one more S turn over this way. I know it's getting really hard to see, but I'm not sure how well the camera's seeing through the water or not. But off to our right, you can definitely see the ridge where the channel was cut, and I can see the ridge off to our left. it bends around and straightens out one final time, and this is where the mud flats more or less begin to open up and get a little bit deeper as you're paddling out of here typically, but most of this has just been washed away and this whole end is pretty much open again. It used to be almost like a flat delta of mud. Now I can see there's still some channel over here to our right, so it is still cut down into it. Normally when you're paddling out of here, it's just like a sheet of mud right up until you get to this big rock over here off to the left. That's kind of the marker. If you've got a depth finder, you'll see that as you paddle out past this rock, the depth suddenly drops off by 10 or 15 feet, and that's when you get to the edge of that mud shelf. But it has now been carved out, and the forward quest of the delta continues. So we'll come back in a few decades and we'll see where the mud is from there. In the meantime, I'm going to say thanks for watching. We're back out far enough into the open water that I'm going to call it good from here. Oh wow, it is pretty shallow right here too. Interesting. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you real soon on the next one.